must restore the power to the people and rid the big banks of their power over us and politicians. As the saying goes, money is the root of all evil. So let us take the money away from the evils.
All right.
Here we are.
We're a little late, but we're here.
Another Saturday.
And what time is it?
27 minutes late.
Time for what?
We always get
Kick.
I'm
just a kick and company. Yeah.
To everybody out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are not tuned in to the greatest show in the world. I mean, galaxy. I mean, universe. What's bigger, galaxy or universe? Universally renowned radio station. My name's Justin Kiggin. To my left, we got
Bricks, Montana.
over there,
Gina Wade.
special guest.
Yes, sir. Ready-made R-E-A-D-Y-M-A-D.
Yeah, and that guy.
No big fail in the building.
As you know, you may not know. If you don't know, then you probably weren't tuned in. So what the hell's wrong with you in the first place? But we're going to start off with a little bit of news.
Bit of the news.
We got a little bit of music. And we got some interviews.
And we got
Some news, some music, and some interviews.
Always.
Here we go.
Here we go.
What we got?
What we got, Bricks?
All right.
Bricks.
So, up first, there is a large debate here in St. Louis over.
Can we keep the St. Louis?
That's what I said.
I mean, we try
Can we
to.
keep the St. Louis?
For the
That's
most
all I'm
part,
saying.
we got some.
We have some, American news.
Okay.
We're gonna do St.
American and Canadian.
Hey, thank you.
We didn't sing our national anthem.
All righty.
Oh, Canada.
Don't make me go.
No.
I don't even want to hear ours.
Dog, you from Canada?
I'm not from Canada. I
Oh,
just
okay.
love Canada, man.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
shit,
Okay.
man.
We'll get into that second half.
All right.
All right, we ready.
All right. So, the aldermanic president, Megan Green, is a little upset
We having some problems already?
with our former mayor, St. Louis City former mayor, Tashara Jones, because on the last day of her tenure, she filed the lawsuit. Well, it's a complaint criticizing taking over Missouri, taking over St. Louis City Police.
Right.
So what that does is it holds it up, right?
Right.
So they can't take over.
Like a motherfucker.
So of course,
But Megan did that.
no, Megan is mad
No, Tashara did
because
that.
Tashara
Tashara
on her
did
last day
You
of
didn't hear about
tenure.
that?
Is that right?
The last day when she finna walk out the door, she filed the lawsuit against
Just
Missouri,
combine
the state.
But they just said Megan Green was going to do that anyway.
But Megan, I'm not sure. It doesn't say that Megan was.
I'm telling you
gonna
what
do
I'm
it.
telling you what I was going to do. She was going to do that. And I'm going to tell you the mayor is going against doing it. She don't want to do it now. So we got in-house fighting already.
It's definitely in-house
It's in-house fighting already.
She said she'd fix potholes, not sinkholes.
She's
Thank
against
you.
it.
I just want to make sure we going to the
But
same
Megan
boat.
is
We on
not.
the same boat now.
But
Shit.
Megan isn't for it or against it. But she's the person who has to refile.
Like a mother.
Who's
Oh,
Megan?
so by
Who's Megan?
Tashara, you a dirty motherfucker.
Who's Megan?
Megan is the
Megan, is she the
automatic
ultimate leader?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's the spokesman.
president.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
y'all watching the news.
I was for a while.
With her filing it, it puts pressure on her that she has to refile.
She gotta do it.
Yes and no.
She gotta do it.
Now she doesn't even work for her. She works for Cara.
And
Right.
it's
She
finished.
doesn't want her
But you know
to
what?
do it.
Tashara being the nigga that she is.
That was some nigga shit.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to know.
Anything that she filed on that last day was to be petty.
Petty and some.
And-
What you say? Petty LaBelle.
Petty LaBelle.
Petty LaBelle.
I told her, I said, y'all don't want to be
Anything
petty.
that she
Petty
filed on
LaBelle.
that last day was
up,
definitely
Sean?
to be petty and start some shit.
Like, and that's what
in
she doing,
the
man.
government.
She doing that
Yeah,
shit,
she's
man.
definitely doing that.
She went out. Tashara, you went out with a bang. I ain't know your sneaky ass did no shit like that.
Yeah, she did.
You went out with a motherfucker.
She did.
I can
Fuck
think-
you, fuck you,
Exactly.
fuck you. You're cool. Fuck
Exactly. That's what's going on right now. She went out with a motherfucking bang.
They all fighting because the sheriff situation still got a lot going
You know what,
on.
Gina? Do you got something with him?
The sheriff
The sheriff.
situation, they clowning.
I'm,
Let me
No,
find it
hold
because
on,
I heard
Gina.
about it.
Fuck
Wait,
that.
he took his
That
firearms
nigga gotta
or
go. Put the old nigga back
clowning.
in there now.
Hold on.
This nigga gotta go. That bitch ass nigga gotta go. Flat out. If you got any family members on here, he's a bitch ass nigga. I'm telling y'all he's a bitch ass nigga. No faking. Real talk. That nigga is.
Yeah, they clowning with the sheriff
He
situation.
is a perfect example. He gave a nigga some problem, and I'm talking about, he's showing his complete
And see, the difference is he's showing it out loud. You know what I'm saying? How they try to hide what they doing.
Boy, it's so
and
bad. Bernie
everything.
Bex came on the news last night. This nigga gotta go. Flat out. This the old school saying. I bet you sitting back like, you motherfuckers, this what you motherfuckers get.
For vote me out.
So the fuck is, you know that's what Vernon's sitting back saying. That's exactly what he's
There's
saying.
so much going on in St.
Grass
Louis.
ain't always
Ain't
greener.
greener. I'm sorry.
I didn't even pay attention. I just seen something about paying them to walk the kids to school.
The grass ain't always greener.
And come showing up at places with security guards and manhandling people out.
So we got Deshaun leaving the mayor's office with a bang.
Yeah, filing.
Then we got this nigga, he complete havoc. He got complete havoc going on in the sheriff's office.
When you're voted in to the sheriff's office and everything, you can cause a lot of shit.
Man,
because you're voted in by the people. So you have to be ousted by the people.
Obligated.
He didn't get ousted, sis. I'm sorry.
Oh, you ain't finding
They finna oust his ass. They finna oust his ass just on GP.
What happened? You gotta fill
He
me
down
in.
there. He down there
We finna pull
he abusing his power.
Abusing his
He
power.
abusing his power.
Sounds about right. With
That's
anybody
exactly
with
what's
power.
going on. And Bernie Beck sitting back laughing
It's
at
so
all our
crazy.
ass like,
It's so crazy.
all
So
you
much stuff going on
motherfuckers,
in St. Louis.
y'all thought y'all was getting somebody better, and this motherfucker is, that dude is the demon. He a demon. He a straight demon.
All politicians and people in power.
No, but I'm talking about, this dude went from a complete, acting like he was a nice guy,
Everybody's got a
to
breaking
being a
point.
fucking demon.
Everybody's got a price tag.
Ladies.
That nigga's a demon, B.
You gotta treat that like a relationship.
Right,
You gotta
what's
have
up,
them
Joe?
around for like
Would
a
you
year
suck
before
his
you
cock
fucking
for $1
show the
million?
real self.
What?
Oh, that's your buddy Kanye. Never mind.
Oh, hell.
I don't believe any of this Kanye shit. I think it's all AI. I don't think that's his album. I'm talking about sucking your cousin's dick or some shit.
That shit
I don't
was
believe
crazy.
it. I don't
We'll
believe
do that
that
later,
shit.
but yeah, what we
That
got?
was nasty.
You know what? Don't tell me what a motherfucker want to do to generate some motherfucking attention.
Yep.
This, and you know what? I hate this life.
But
I
that
hate
was
this
funny.
world right now.
I'm sorry if Kanye did say it when he said that
With Kanye,
that,
Kanye clowning.
that little
The man
Boosie.
say he sucks a dick till he's 14
He
years
said
old.
Lil Boosie smell poor.
He said Boosie smell poor.
Fuck, man.
Kanye West
Poor
clowning.
had to smell. It was efficient.
Hey,
Fuck
Said
no.
that dude smell
he
poor.
say he smell poor.
He smell poor.
And
Y'all
I
people
don't
be
like
clowning.
that. Now, Kanye, you doing too much now, B.
Now, but you know the problem is that this album's gonna be up there
Yes.
regardless because everybody's gonna want to hear
The
it.
man
I'm
got the
too mad
KK.
because
The man got
I
the
was-
KKK
I used to
mask
love
on.
him when
He
he
doing
first came
everything.
People are gonna listen to it just to see
When
what
his
the fuck
mama
he's
died,
saying.
he lost his mind.
Yeah,
I used
100%.
to love him.
When
I
his
used to
mama died,
love
he
him.
been crazy
You know
as hell
what,
ever
sis?
since then.
To me,
Bessie
I think
bug.
he was the one of the
A
best
Bessie
ever.
bug.
I
know.
love him.
All the way to Donda. Donda was genius
I hate
too.
this
I can't
world,
believe
man.
But
that.
after that, that boy
Just
gone.
within 5 years, we done went from, okay, just regular Facebook.
That's just
to
mental.
now, motherfuckers are do and say whatever.
You
To
can't
get
say
a
what.
like and a fucking...
Oh yeah, they
Fact.
having sex and
They
everything
doing
else.
that.
on
No,
Facebook.
it's out of
Facebook-
control now,
It started
sis.
with MySpace.
It's really out of control
Motherfuckers
now,
would
sis.
say and do
Fuck,
anything
you got
loud on
motherfuckers
their
that's rich as
pages.
fuck doing
Doing
whatever
stupid stuff, yeah.
just to get some fucking
They
likes
wouldn't even
and
do it.
views, B. This shit is horrible, B.
If I see
That's
another
why I don't
bitch
even be on
shaking
Facebook
ass,
like they no more.
If I see
It's
another
not the
bitch
same no more.
doing dishes,
It's social media. I mean, before it was social media, they
Sis,
were
it's
doing
about
any
views.
motherfucking thing
It's
in the
about views. I
street.
understand, but now
On
it's
the
totally
news
different
and
because
TMZ.
everybody want to be a fucking content creator.
Nah, everybody just want to be a star.
Everybody want to be a
they
fucking
don't want.
content
Everybody
creator.
don't want to work for money.
Nah, they
Everybody
don't.
don't want to work.
They
They
think
want that instant
that
gratification.
instant gratification. How long you think that shit gonna last though?
Not very long.
That's what I'm saying.
Who knows?
Nigga, stop being, go hustle the real way.
Who knows?
Real talk. Stop exposing yourself. Stop fucking up your family
But
name
let's
just to
just
get
keep
some
it
fucking
real.
likes and views.
Some of these niggas
real
that
talk.
started all the way back to, remember that, like, it was like Snapchat almost, but they made those little small
the 3-second
videos.
ones? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Chive.
No.
No.
Chive. Get chive on, bruh.
No.
Snap.
That was the best fucking 7
No,
seconds
it
of
was
my
not.
life.
It was
Which
something
one?
I know
else.
what you're talking about.
They had people who started on that. These
Rhapsody.
motherfuckers in motion pictures and have their own channels and shit. King Bach, he
It was
got
like
his
10
own
second
channels
snap,
where his
bro. I don't
shit.
remember what it was
yeah, it was
called.
like a Snapchat.
It was like
Vine.
that's what
Vine.
that
Them
shit,
niggas
Chive.
that started all the way back then.
Damn,
are real
Daniel,
comedians
that type
going
of
on
shit.
tour and all of that kind of stuff. So some motherfuckers really make that shit work.
some.
Other
Some.
motherfuckers.
But sis, that don't
Like
mean you go
everybody
out there and rape a dog or something just to get some likes and views.
And they be doing that.
Sell a
That's
piece of
disgusting.
ass on
That,
OnlyFans.
I'm talking about
Motherfuckers
these motherfuckers are
raping
doing
dogs
the
and
mostest to get a fucking like and a
That's
view.
disgusting.
I don't give a fuck about your likes, bro.
Thank you. It didn't fuck. Somewhere down the line, everybody want to be a content creator, so everybody is willing to put their name and they self on the line just to get a fucking like and a view.
This is what I think. What happens when that generation dies that can fix shit? And then when shit breaks, these kids don't know how to fix
The
shit.
robots will fix
Shit,
it.
what happens when we die? The ones
That's
who
what I'm
can
saying.
type
That's what I'm saying.
On the
shit, Who
fucking
can spell
nose.
shit? Who can write shit?
They were just
Robots
saying,
are on the assembly
look,
line.
They
They're
were
making
just
cars.
They
You
are.
still gotta fix them.
Look, they
Somebody
Somebody
gotta
gotta fix them. Somebody
gotta
gotta
be a
they
mechanic.
Get rid of cars.
Somebody gotta be a mechanic.
They were talking on the news like they finna get rid of cars.
Yeah, good luck with that
We
shit.
won't
Ain't
be
nobody
here.
finna walk nowhere.
I don't know what the fuck they got going. They talking about, cause this motherfucking ozone shit.
I won't
And
be
you know
here.
what cars gonna do is make more fucking bike paths.
It's the
too.
motherfucking ozone
I'm an
shit.
avid
B.
biker.
You do
talk.
understand.
Have
You
it
do
ass on
understand
the sidewalk.
electric vehicles, the batteries, when you bury them motherfuckers, is gonna be horrible for the environment.
Exactly.
Yes.
How about
Leaking
They'll
into
How
never-
about
that
me,
shit.
Shoot
you?
them out to
They'll
space.
never
Hey,
fuck up.
how about me?
Even
You go out of,
Let
how
them
about
deal
me? You
with
go
it.
out of town at the same time.
I heard that.
You go goddamn you go goddamn energized up. I'm gonna be in another state by the time you get energized up.
I hope everybody get electric cars.
Okay,
I'm gonna drive
it
gas
takes
and
2
it'll be
hours
cheap
for
for
them
me.
to charge
I'll
Sis,
be the only
thank
one.
you. What? Who the
I don't
fuck
want no
gonna
car.
take a car like that out of town?
The solution is, hold on, the solution
I
is,
gassed up
hold
and
on,
I'm gone.
hold on, hold on. The solution is solar power, which charges the electric, which charges that.
Somebody gonna kill you
So-
now, Justin. You talking too much.
I
They
know.
already got it. No,
No, they don't.
already got it.
Right, so it'll charge
They
your
are-
car
but they
during the
Supposed to put
day.
it on the car.
On the
They
roof,
won't do
on the
it.
roof.
Yeah,
They
you're
won't
supposed to
do
put it
it.
on
Put it on
there.
the roof.
They
right?
can't make no
Charge
money if
it
they
in
do
day
that.
That's
and
why
you
they're
drive
not
it at night.
doing it because
They can't
they
make no money if
Yeah.
they do that.
That makes sense,
They
though.
can't make no
But
money if
they,
they
makes
do
too
that.
much
but they
sense.
charging you for that, so they
Right.
like you say
Why
they
would
ain't gonna
they
make
charge
no
you when
money.
you get it for free
They-
from the sun?
But they not
The
like you
same
said.
reason why
That's-
the
yeah,
fuck
that's too
they
smart.
ain't put no parachutes in these fucking planes.
I heard that. That shit fucks me up. I've been thinking about my whole life.
Why
I
the
say that
fuck
shit.
you tell me you can't put a parachute in planes?
Well, why can't I
to-
take my
to
carry
slow
on?
down the
Why can't-
impact of
Fellington.
it falling out the sky?
They put snakes in a plane, but they won't put parachutes.
Hey, and
What
they
the
won't let you
fuck,
take a
man?
parachute as a carry-on. Why can't I take
I don't understand that. They want you to die.
I ain't trying to do that.
Because they can build these planes that can have parachutes come out these motherfuckers when they break down in the fucking sky, dog.
Parachute
I'm not
pants.
believing they can't do that shit.
No, they
They
got
straight.
jets. Got to eject those seats.
To stop
with
them?
parachutes. No, just eject
The
those
seats-
seats.
Shoot
But I'm
everybody
talking about
out
they
of
got
the plane.
parachutes,
So
you
you
know,
talk
like,
about it like if it's the pressure, that's bullshit. 'cause
what
motherfuckers
comes out of
fly.
jet when they land?
They got masks on.
What comes out of jet when they land?
That's not the jets. Those be the
A fighter jet, them fighter jets, when they land on their fuck,
Oh,
what
when they
comes
tell
out?
me-
A fucking parachute
To stop-
comes
to
out.
slow it
to
down.
slow that-
Slow it down.
Yep.
just slow it down.
So why you can't build the
But it's
plane
different
like
coming.
that?
It's different from coming this way
Fuck
than to
that
come
shit.
this way.
Fuck that
If you
shit.
coming down
Fuck
this
that
way,
shit.
the
Fuck
parachute
that
is
shit.
not
It ain't no
strong
excuse.
enough.
I
No.
think
It
they
ain't no
don't
excuse.
have it. Have
You got to have
a
enough
lot
of
room to
motherfucking
have a
parachutes on that
parachute
thing.
for each person on the plane.
Man, they could have two big ass
And
parachutes
just
come
open
out
it
that
up
big
and let
motherfucker.
everybody parachute out.
Ding, 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 ding.
Instead of the gas
This
mask and the
motherfucking
floaty.
plane that broke down.
Put your
Everybody
parachute
buckle
on.
in. The parachutes is finna come out.
I ain't finna be no yellow jacket.
You know
I ain't
what I'm
finna
saying?
do all
Like
that
they
shit.
like they do the floaties for the water.
Simple as that, B. Come on, they want people to die.
Well, they
That's
just
the same. We live in a world where they want
well
you to
they
die.
no they just feel like you said they just feel like
Die.
that don't happen that often, and if they do die, then that's just once. time.
You know what?
But
That's
and then
their
people
excuse,
on
they
the
throwing
earth,
people.
the people on that's in planes and trains
They
and
use
automobiles
that,
die all day, every
it's
day.
more safer to travel. It's more safer to travel on the earth. They use that, but what they ain't telling you, 400-500 people dying at one time.
Well, they do it
You know
all
how
over
many-
the world in a car.
It's still less than a car.
How many
That's why I
planes?
keep telling him that 400-500 people die every day.
How many planes are in the
cars.
sky a day? How many planes
A
a
lot.
day?
A lot.
Not
A lot.
as many as
Around
cars.
the world. Though.
Weren't they
Not as
firing?
many as cars.
Weren't
No.
they firing the aviation?
But what they
control
Well, there's
tower
a lot of
people,
car
too?
accidents a day. I
And they
guess.
were all
It
drinking.
is.
That's what
but
I'm
I take my
saying.
chances on the street.
Way
More people die in
in
cars
corporate
every day.
But
than
hey, I understand that, but you can't fucking pull over in that sky.
No.
Shit, you can't pull over if you're in an accident. You're
Yes,
just
the
in an
fuck I can do
accident.
something. My accident ain't
do
always
something.
my accident ain't always gonna be a killing type of accident. But that motherfucker, once it goes out, it's a done deal. That's a flying bomb. It's going to hit the ground. It's
It is
exploding.
planes that crash
I'm
and
sorry,
everybody
dude.
don't die.
I don't give a fuck with nobody.
That's
God
why you
said,
sit in the back.
God didn't make us
People in
be
the
able
front
to fly,
die.
and
Hey,
I'm not flying.
Belly
He
ticket.
raised my blood
He
pressure.
ain't raised
He's
you
so
to
excited.
drive either.
Hey.
Yes, he did.
Belly
Always
ticket.
Yes, he
excited.
did.
Belly ticket. The
He's a
people in the
nut.
front die first.
Yeah, because the impact.
You gotta go toward on the back of the bus.
You get in the
What's that
middle.
one?
I'm jumping
Everybody
out that
move
bitch
to the
right
back
before it
of
hits
the
the
plane.
ground.
I'm going wherever the pilot is.
I'm taking that momentum off.
Hey,
Jumping out that bitch.
hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right
hella
before
fun.
impact, you
You know,
gotta jump.
That's what I like an elevator.
Like an elevator.
I'm jumping out
You'll
that
never
bitch.
feel it.
We live in a world where they just want people to die. Simple as that.
It's good for insurance
Well, they gotta
companies.
get y'all out of the way for the other people.
Yeah, the rich people
Right,
gotta
no,
make
you
money
said
off
You
you
your
live in a
insurance.
city that wants you to die every
Ain't that
day.
what
anyway.
they
Yeah, you're right.
So you
You
might-
ain't even lying.
Yeah, it was
Every
too many
joke.
people.
Population control.
It was too many people.
There you go. See,
That's
that's
what
right.
that's
Yeah.
what it was for.
Population
control.
control.
Too many
that's
people
right.
on Earth.
All right,
They
what
had, they have been saying that we was using all of our natural resources, and it was not going to be done left.
That's why they made something that would kill the old people and kids.
Well, God made. Well, don't nobody. Well, we don't.
And
know,
the and
we
the
don't know the potential.
unhealthy.
We don't know
Yeah.
the potential of this. What this Earth can provide.
You say Earth or Earth?
Earth.
Earth.
Two
We
F.
don't know the potential of what this Earth can
And
provide.
the truth of the matter,
No, thank you.
viruses and things like COVID come out all the time. COVID was already here.
You right?
Yes, it was.
Because it said it on the goddamn
was
Lysol
just-
bottle.
it was
It's just
already
strands
here.
of flu.
Look,
It
it
was
said
just
it on the
a different
Lysol bottle.
strand.
Different
of it.
strand.
Since they said it on the Lysol
There's
bottle.
always going to be new viruses and
Like a
new
motherfucker.
diseases with all this shit people are eating and hormones and genetic.
And people
shit.
want to fuck animals and
And
shit
once
like
again,
that.
they've been doing that before the
Well,
real time.
bestiality always.
Yeah.
You need some
That's
new friends,
biblical.
man.
That's
I'm saying.
biblical.
That shit fucked up, big. Motherfuckers ain't got nothing to do better with their lives,
Well,
man.
let's talk about this person in Granite City who had nothing better to do.
What they do.
Oh, what we got going on?
Is that Granite City, Illinois or Missouri?
Of course.
Illinois.
Do they have- yeah, we don't have that. We don't claim that
Do
shit.
we not have a Granite City here?
No,
in
we
I
Missouri?
don't think.
Alright,
Not that I
Granite
know
City,
of.
Missouri.
Got a
All
what?
right,
Crystal
so
City.
in Granite City,
Bat-
Missouri,
Crystal City.
on Thursday morning, well, night, 6 p.m., some, gentleman, Dante Pryor Jr.
A gentleman,
Dante
huh?
Pryor
A
Jr.
gentleman. That's giving him too much credit.
decided to break into a woman's house and kidnap her and her 2 kids.
Oh, is that right?
It's not very
I kidnapped
nice.
him. This was last night?
Thursday
That
night.
was nice.
Thursday night.
That was
So Granite City got they
You gotta
Did he
listen.
know them?
So what they
Yep.
do,
That's his kids.
took the kids and the lady away, and then went on a high speed chase to 50.
That's his
Of course, when he gets to St. Charles, he don't know where he's going. He don't know about that.
don't know nothing about it.
He didn't crash,
Like a motherfucker.
and the woman and the kids in the hospital. And
The car
he-
flipped.
Yeah, of course it flipped.
Multi-state, it said.
Yeah,
He went through multiple.
because it's multi-state.
Missouri.
He started in Illinois and ended up in Missouri.
Yeah.
Then went to St. Charles.
Dude, that's even
Same
worse,
stuff.
man. Living on that line, that's a lot of different charges.
County line.
Yeah.
Interstate, that's a federal.
3 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of home
The worst place he could have went was St. Charles.
There it is, right there.
1 count of unlawful restraining.
That was the worst place he could have got caught in was St. Charles. I'm sorry. They don't show you no love up there.
So where did it start? Where did you say it started
It
from?
started in
City,
Madison.
Illinois.
Granite City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, you better
Illinois,
not stand over there.
Illinois, St. Louis City,
So he hopped
St.
on
Louis
like
County,
270.
St. Charles County.
Yeah, 270.
He did better by staying over there.
That's
He
four
actually
different
on 70.
jurisdictions.
He was on 70.
And the highway patrol too, because they own that
Yeah,
shit.
he did
So that's
better by
5
staying over there.
jurisdictions.
He should have.
He just should have just stayed over
But
there.
his charges, luckily, they haven't said any charges he have in Missouri. He got his charges
Seven
He's got priors.
felonies.
on Madison County.
So
His
Missouri
last
probably
name
gonna
prior.
honor-
That's what.
Seven
I'm saying.
You
felons.
know what they're telling me? They're telling me Missouri gonna honor they shit.
Yeah.
We just got them. We gonna send them back to y'all
He'd
ass.
have more years.
Going to do like
This
a
is not a random act, so
Here
apparently
is
he's done it
traffic.
before.
Traffic.
Oh, they saying it's not a random act.
Not a
Oh,
random
he
act.
like
No, we ain't
kicking
saying
in
random
doors
act.
and kidnapping
Hell
bitches.
no.
No, what he mean by it wasn't a random act, it was somebody
He
that
knew.
knows
Knows-
the victim.
yeah.
You know, that's what they mean by that.
No, random act means that
It wasn't no
he's
random
done it
person.
before.
No,
Right,
random
yeah.
act means he do.
No,
that's
it was
somebody.
not. It was not a random act. No, he's done it before.
He's done it before.
Something similar, yeah.
He's done similar. He's known for doing this shit. That's what it means.
Yeah, because he did it. He
it's
did
not
all
a
this
random
stuff
act.
before.
He done
To
done it
somebody
before.
he knew
To somebody else.
that he knew.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you
That's
know him or
crazy.
not.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
he's a assault basically. He's not a nice person to be around apparently.
Tragic.
Yeah.
No, what not if you kicking in people's doors and you
This
kidnap
is
them?
crazy, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they threw the stuff out and he kept rolling. Then he finally crashed and the car flipped.
you talk about the
And
multiple
weather
that boy,
times.
he
man?
was trying to kill everybody on his goddamn self.
Talk about the weatherman.
Yeah, he was trying to kill everybody. He didn't fuck after that. I'm sorry.
What you got next?
Okay, so this is interesting. So, this girl who, she ended up home with her and her kids or whatever, right? Once she got back on her feet, she investigated the disparities
on my nerves,
in the
man.
help that you can get or the money that these places get for their homeless people. Now, St. Louis City, which is 52% of the region's homeless population is in St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
In 2024, it was approximately 1,235
What, homeless people?
homeless
There's
people.
a lot of homeless.
No,
That's all they count.
I'm
Now,
finna say, cause that ain't, I mean, shit, fuck
that's
that.
in St. Louis City.
Oh, okay.
That's just St. Louis City. The council, the community council that receives the continuing of care money to take care of the homeless people,
Then it got cut off.
receive annually $13,169 per person, right?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Listen, St. Louis County receives $7,420 per person.
That's for the person that owned the building?
That's for the people
That's for the
supposedly
be homely.
taking care of the
Like if I'm homeless and I'm there, that's what they getting for me while I'm there.
Oh, hell
Well,
I'm
no,
going in that
this
business.
is why you're
Fuck that.
in St. Louis. If they register you as a homeless person,
And
St.
you
Louis,
come stay with Big Fair.
their community
No, the city,
Their
the
community
city get it.
council,
The city get it.
The organization or the
Yeah.
department that they have that are supposed to take care of the homeless people
Yeah, get
are
it.
getting
For each person.
$13,169
Like Larry Rice.
And ain't did
per
shit.
capita.
You
Everybody
said
got
Jerry
their-
Rice?
Larry Rice.
Oh, okay.
Don't say my
If he was
cousin.
still there.
That's what they're getting, right?
That'd be
Well, they
crazy.
rich.
Now, St.
And
Louis
they doing
County
nothing for these people.
is
Nothing.
getting $7,402 per person.
And St. Louis County way bigger than the city, so it's way more homeless people around this motherfucker than what it is.
How
in the
many
city.
of those
Now.
homeless people you think stay in those shelters?
No,
No.
ain't nobody trying to stay in them motherfuckers.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
don't even be wanna
But
stay
they
in the
just have their
motherfucker.
name on a register and just turn it in every year.
If you ever signed up for anything, they got it.
That's what I'm saying. So they just turn your name in regardless if you're there or not.
But the
We in the wrong
paperwork,
business.
what they're saying is the paperwork. Okay, first of all, it's a major discrepancy in St. Louis County's people getting
Yeah, that is a big discrepancy.
$7,402, and
Again,
they're
twice as much.
this
Yeah.
group is stating that they're supposed to get everybody, county, city,
City's the
everybody
same
is
thing.
supposed to get that 13.
Oh, for real?
But the city is saying that they are only getting $1,419 per person.
So they
A year?
12,000
No.
less.
Yeah, I guess this is a year for their homeless people.
So where all that money at?
So that's what they are trying to figure out. Where's the discrepancy? First of all, why does the county get more than the city? And
Yeah.
where's all of the
No, the city
other
gets
money
more
they're
than the
supposed
county
to
is
get?
what
No,
it said, right?
they're saying that
Because-
in Missouri, this region is supposed to get 13,000
This one.
But they only get 1,000.
St. Louis City is stating that they get 1,419.
The county gets
St. Louis
7,000.
County is stating they get 7,400.
Somebody in the county, somebody gaffling some money.
No, and somebody in the city, they only getting 1,000.
Somebody in the state is gaffling
right.
a lot of money.
Cause they getting the money from the county and the, so they supposed to be
They
getting
taking half of the counties and almost all
of
the
the
cities.
city money and half of the counties. Cause they supposed to be getting 13,000. They only get 7.
Kicking them off of the motherfucking
We in the wrong business.
turn up their tents
We in
and
the wrong
kicking them
business.
out.
We in the wrong business.
Yeah.
We in the wrong business,
Ain't nothing.
man.
That's
ain't
embezzling
nothing
money.
bigger
Somebody
than
going to
this
prison.
in the
Somebody's
church
getting big boy
and the
money
politics.
somewhere.
Somebody going to prison.
And the crazy thing about it is, majority of the shelters here are horrible, and that's why people rather live on the street.
That's why they'd rather be on
And
the street.
people talk so much shit, but coming from a person who literally lived in one of these places, I left St. Louis in what 93? I mean 95, 95, 94. Chris was born in 94. I left. My oldest son was born in 92. My young son was born in 94. I left St. Louis in 1994 and went to Michigan to go to school or do whatever. I left everything I took and just left. When I got there, my baby, all of us got asthma, but my baby boy had it so bad, he kept going to the hospital. And then we left in the winter. It was the atmosphere, it was the climate and all of that. He kept getting sick. I was like, fuck it, I'm going back home because they got 2 of the best children's hospitals in the world. It wasn't even a children's hospital there. I was in Saginaw, Michigan. They didn't know how to handle it. Came back home. I had nothing. I said, well, fuck it. I don't got nothing. I'm not going to beg nobody to do nothing. I went to a shelter. I was down there on, what the fuck is that? I can't even think where it is, but it's not quite downtown. You know where Delmore, you know where that shelter is over there? It was actually an abandoned school. And it was a shelter for women and children. And on the first floor was the gym, and it was for women who didn't have children. They stayed on that floor with showers and all that, and then you had the cafeteria down there where they fed you, the gym, so where they fed you at.
But wasn't
it was kind of right before you got all the way downtown, you know where
it was like almost a
in between
hotel
Cash and all that.
It's a tall building.
It was in between like a construction place where they had those construction things at. But it's a big ass school. So then on the second floor, it was so nasty. They had like one room open. It had all little like beds, like iron metal beds. The bathroom was so nasty. It had stuff, mold, all types of stuff in the thing. The people, and then then you could go up on the 3rd floor. I guess they put the people up there that they thought was gonna do something. I end up up there, showers and all of that. You had your own room, but they literally will feed you slop. They was feeding you you had to eat
gruel.
it. It was mess. It was disgusting. They was getting mad if you didn't eat it, and that's all you had. You couldn't bring your food in.
So just because I'm homeless, treat me like a fucking dog.
They treat you like a dog. You couldn't bring your food in. You have to leave.
Treat me like a fucking dog.
You had to leave. You had to leave, and you had to be back in time.
Going
The winter time.
with your kids.
You had to leave.
During the day
and you had to come
and
back
all
at
that.
a certain time, and you had to be there on time, or you wasn't getting in.
Then Larry asked.
Yeah.
Larry, what's the nigga?
Larry
We can't
Rice.
talk about
Larry
Larry
Hughes.
No,
Rice.
let me tell you about
Larry
this.
Hughes.
Let's don't talk about Larry
So
Rice.
I worked
Let's
downtown
don't talk about him, sis.
for like 7,
That's my
8 years
guy.
before they closed the him down, right?
Because
So-
since he been closed down, shit's been all bad though.
It was all bad before.
But it was.
His
place was
It
bad,
was
Not as
too.
like it is now.
Yes, it was. That's why they started passing all of those rules
Yeah,
and
'cause his
different
place was
things.
shit.
Shit, it's
putting
falling
gates
down
up,
too.
Putting
It was
gates
nasty.
up on
My
their
brother lived
parks
across
and
from his
all of
building.
that kind of shit. Yes, the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So I started talking to him and everything. 'Cause, I'm sitting outside smoking my blunt at break. You know what I'm saying, every day. So this motherfucker had a farm, right? Far out in Missouri somewhere. Nutbush, Missouri.
Yeah, he
some
had a
motherfucking
farm.
where.
Who, Larry?
Nutbush, where that at?
Nutbush.
Somewhere.
Trying to get up in there.
He would have them sign, and they would sign and they would go work on this fucking farm for him for basically free.
Free nothing.
Free. Just a place to
Just a
stay
place.
and everything, working on the farm.
Is it a form like a piece of paperwork?
Taking
Yeah.
advantage of a situation.
They would sign something.
Sounds
And so-
eerily old familiar.
And it sounds like motherfucking
Plantation type
Jim
shit.
Jones type
Motherfuckers.
shit
No,
to
most
me.
definitely it is.
You
So-
say Jerry Jones?
Jim
Jones.
Jones,
Like
yeah.
they drank the
You know what he
Kool-Aid.
did?
Oof.
He fully took advantage of the situation.
He did. Because
fully
they
did,
was
man.
doing all of this transforming and everything. And then when they wanted to leave, he would drop their ass off back downtown. Still as homeless as you was. Yeah. You done worked for this motherfucker and all this. They literally telling me this shit.
I got this cheeseburger.
I can believe they not lying.
I know they wasn't lying.
They not lying. He just took advantage of a situation.
Them people wasn't crazy.
Like a motherfucker.
Just because you homeless, you've had situations.
Yeah, that's why I said it's hard
now,
to find somebody to do something for you.
Outside the post office, she was crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, stay naked and all. But that's why I say they treat you bad. They talk to you bad. Like I said, I only experienced it for a few days because like I said, it was all of a sudden, you got to go upstairs. When I got upstairs, it was private rooms, locks, all of that. And then they pulled me out. And they pulled me out and sent me to the Hope House.
Just because I ain't got none don't mean treat me like.
And that's what I fought for people in there. Grown ass women, 50, 60-year-old women's in there crying because you got 20, 30-year-olds in there talking to them like they crazy, telling them to shut the fuck up, clean this shit up, or you gonna get out. Then you had a dude in there that was sleeping with half of the girls.
That did that shit. I bet you they somewhere somebody home right now.
I'm telling you, they treated them so bad.
They ain't on the streets.
I was like, what the fuck?
You motherfuckers like that, you not gonna have no.
They treated them so. They treated them bad.
Say it again, sis.
You kick them off.
You kicking them off. Why they down?
Baby, you gonna get
nigga, come on. You
and,
not gonna get
them people had nowhere to go or nothing. But like people say, I'd rather sleep on the street than to have people to turn me down and turn my dignity down.
That's really sad.
But people will make you feel like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People,
I witnessed it. I lived in there.
They start making these shelters look homier. That give a motherfucker some incentive to want to get incentive.
Yeah, them places they were so nasty.
That's what I have to make the motherfuckers presentable.
It's more than that. You have to hire people
that give a fuck.
Who you have a track record of compassion and living shit like that.
But still look where they put you. Did y'all hear me how I explained how it looked? The bathroom, the tub was so filthy and the water was dripping. It was stuff cracking down in there. The sink was nasty. I literally had to spray everything down and put towels down for my kids can stand on there if I can clean them up. Like I say, I did that a week. I was finna go. They sent me upstairs.
But I have seen some. It was one.
It's some that's nice. It's some that's nice.
That was
some that's not.
It was another one on the south side that
it's some orange, it's some not.
You know, my aunt Em, when she got clean, they put her and her kids in. It was really clean. Some are good. Some are not. Fucked up. But still, to me, even the good ones, when she would have to leave early in the morning.
Yeah, you got to come back on time or you ain't getting in. If you late, you ain't getting in.
That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, if you late, you locked out.
Why I gotta leave if I'm homeless?
Because you got
all of your shit and get the fuck out.
Now, if I had an homeless shelter like that, the only way I would make you leave, you would have to go out there and try to find you a fucking job.
Some of the places do that, and some don't. You just on your own. Like I was saying, like the transitional housing, the Hope House in Wellston is where they put me in and put me in, and they invited you that. But you still had to work there too.
Some motherfuckers love being
and some people just love being on the street because they got accustomed to it. But I'm saying
pay no goddamn bills.
You still get treated so bad to where it mess with your mental. It mess with your mental.
I know it would.
The shelters really isn't for them. The ones who want to be out there, it's not really.
There you go.
It's not really.
That's
for
why I say everybody don't want to.
It's for
everybody
the
don't got
people
that
who
type
want
of
to get
attitude.
into the program
but you got some people that want to be in there, but they treat it so bad that they just can't take it.
Hey, sometimes
you
gotta do something you ain't gotta.
I did it.
Do stuff you don't want to do.
You know how many I cried every night I was in that motherfucker.
Sometimes you gotta do stuff.
And I could have probably went and stayed with somebody else.
The main thing is
but everybody ain't as strong as I am.
Yeah, your mental health.
Everybody's not as strong as I am.
Right.
Cause
mental
I
health, and that's why the cops are shooting people with knives. Cause I didn't mean to chase the cop with the knife. Cause I have a mental disorder. Oh.
Something wrong with him.
A mental disorder. It's not a joke.
It ain't no joke.
I'm kinda crazy. I'm diagnosed. Mental disorder. It's not a joke. Whoa. Kinda crazy. Misdiagnosed. Joke, Miss Crazy.
I can't even get the
diagnosed.
It told me up.
We got ready-made. All day, every day. Kick it and company.
You got it.
E-I-E-I-O.
Not the E-I-E-I-O. With a ho here and a ho there, here a ho there, a ho everywhere.
All right, what we got? What we got over there?
This is so funny to me. I don't know who I'm
You ignorant.
Yeah, I'm looking for two hardened criminals.
So, what does
We got a bacon and egg sandwich there.
that's a
We trying to do the joke.
They got eggs on it. All right.
I'm hungry.
What does an 80-year-old taste like?
Oh my God.
Experience.
Some cashews.
You said prunes.
Depends.
Mothballs.
Depends. Fuck,
Depends.
man.
That's gross.
That's fucked up, though.
That's nasty.
That's fucked up, Chris.
Good one, though. Good one.
Like that, like a
That's
depend.
fucked up, dog.
Oh man.
Depend. Oh my God.
All right, we're gonna take them. We're gonna take them.
Banjo.
Yeah.
You know what I heard? You know what I heard? I heard we got some exclusive material.
I will. Yeah, I got something.
right.
We're gonna drop something off. All right, we're gonna take a musical break. We got Ready Made in the house. Hit
Yeah,
it.
man. What's up?
Lucy, sit your ass down.
What's up with you, bad boy?
What's up with you, big fella?
I'm chilling, man.
Big fella.
Big fella.
Locked in. Shit. You know we locked in. Shit. It's that 2 a.m. type shit, you know what I'm saying? Real facts. Look, I hear missionary girl, but I'm over you. I hate every little thing that you put me through. Fucking every last one. I hear missionary girl, but I'm over you. Every little thing that you put me through, every last one, and every lie that you ever told all your friends, they gon' find out the real truth in the end. So it's fuck love, yeah. Fuck your feelings and that fake shit you said to me. Baby, fuck love. Fuck your friends and everything you ever did for me. Baby, fuck love. Okay.
Baby, tell me how you feel. I can tell if my emotions fake or if love's really real. I've been hurt too many times, yeah, I need something real. Baby, tell me what's up, why you break a heart, what's the deal? Like, what's up with love? We fucked up and drunk. So fuck love for one. So fuck love, yeah, try.
I am missionary girl, but I'm over you. I am so over you. Every little thing that you put me through, every little thing that you ever do, and every lie that you ever told all your friends, every single one of them bitches, they gon' find out the real truth in the end. Why? So it's fuck love. I was going to work that hard every single day so that when I do retire, I have no regrets. And that was the most important thing for me, is to leave no stone unturned, get better every single day. And if I lived that way, then over time, I'd have something that was beautiful. But that was my philosophy, and it seems like a pretty simple.
Look, you won't be phrasing steaks, bitch, I'm talking thick stacks. Get your onion bloomed and plated like we eating Outback. Shit, I'm trying to pop like red balloons with a thumbtack. Like an ugly bitch walked in the room and dudes is like, fuck that. I got a bad rep already for what shit? I'm trying to lace some richer, bitch, I'm heavy. Enough shit, ice on me, bird like I'm Debbie. Yeah, girl, I love the chase, but I am not fucking Chevy. Caught a couple L's, no cool J's, but I'm straight now. Got a bad chick that love to strip with her face down. Let me bet that pussy from the back like a shakedown. No fickle in my pimpin', bitch, I kick it with the lace out. Yeah, your boy gets so egotistic, but my arrogance is covered for my cocky britches. Fuck a pot and pissin', bitch, I got no fucking dishes. But look, my oldest son is cooking in the kitchen. I love you, mama. And it smell like gumbo too. Yes, sir. That boy got sick. Yeah, look, show me someone better than Southside veteran, street champ, letterman. Bitch, you not my brother, and I stand for every one of my brothers that's in my regiment. Tell me something different, I'ma set the fucking president. Yeah, damn boy, you so irrelevant. Lock this away, keep this shit as evidence. Yeah, and you can keep your fucking reverence, cause I am something better than you never could have ever been. Yeah, tell your bitch and tell a friend to tune in. Sitcom, bitch, and 7 liquors, this gon' be a bumpy ride. 12 play bumpy grind, Alex P. beating, bitch, I do this for the family time. Bitch, I'ma stand on mine, leave haters far behind. Grind harder every time they told me I would never shine. You must be out your ever-loving mind. I want my light like my corona, bitch, I need my line right now.
All right, y'all, and we're back. And y'all have been listening to, who we been listening to?
Hey, this is Ready Made, REAUY-MADE.
Man, I think about the lid. Man, I think
about that, man. This guy. So yeah. So we'll get into your introduction here in a minute. Tell us about those last couple tracks we heard right there.
Yeah, man. So
I heard we got an exclusive.
Yeah, bet that. So the first track that I did was called "Fuck Love," which was a single I put out last year for 2024. I liked the song. I was going through some shit at the time, and
normally what happens.
I mean, I was probably going through shit. It was probably from 2023, 2022. But anyway, the song I put out was 2024. But people just responded well to it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna shoot a video for that this year. We're gonna base a lot of our
sign me up.
Yeah, bet that. We're gonna shoot a lot of our time in videos this year. We got a lot of videos to shoot. So the second track was "Letting Off Steam," featuring Midwest Pimpin', and that's this year's first single release. We missed first quarter, so that's it right now. That was it.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so we put out "Letting Off Steam" 2 weeks ago. So there we go. That just came out featuring Midwest Pimpin'. Yeah, that's on all platforms streaming. You can go get that now. And then the last track, which is I released. I honestly don't even have a name for that track yet. I just called it "Stand on Mine." So that's what it is, V1 on my phone. So right now, that's what it is. You get that was an exclusive before I even gave an edit to it. So
shout out to that. Rewind the track if you want to hear them tracks again. Fresh out the oven. What you got for them, Bricks?
So where are you from? Because we didn't heard a lot of stuff. Here where?
Right here, down the street. I grew up right here.
Southside.
Hampton?
Yep. I went to Bayless. Grew up down here in Gravois, Hampton area.
Oh,
all right.
At least he's more specific than all these rappers coming on this stuff.
Southside.
Yes, you are right around the corner, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not anymore, man. But But yeah.
Right.
Recently, you know, I just had a baby within the past.
Shout out
he's
to
3
that.
months, not too long ago. So we rekindled something, and she lives out in Farmington, so I'm out that way now.
Deep South.
But I still work in this bitch out here, so I'm here every day.
That's a hell of a commute.
It is right now.
That's all right.
You need to get you a helicopter. Get you a chopper.
I ain't finna fly. Too many accidents.
Damn fail.
All right, so yeah,
So Big Dog, who made you start rapping, Big Dog?
Man, like inspiration-wise.
When you woke up in the morning before you went to school, who you was bumping?
Man, I'm an old head. So one of my friends' older brothers used to play like 8-ball MJG, bro. That was like the first shit that I really, you know, on the outside looking in type shit.
Right.
So, and then Spice One, I was really like a kind of Texas, West Coast, you know, Southwest Riders
Like
music type shit.
Yeah, because a lot of motherfuckers don't know back in the day, East Coast wasn't getting no lot of clock around this motherfucker.
You had to go Texas and then
it was South,
New Orleans,
it was
Texas,
South.
Bumby and UGK, and then they would all do that shit.
St. Louis gravitated towards the South and the West
Because
at
we're
the beginning.
closer.
Yeah.
Our countryness.
But when opened it up for the East Coast is when DMX and them came around.
Yeah, I love I think a lot of my music's East Coast.
Opened it back.
Style. I think my style.
Because the East Coast started.
Oh, okay.
Right.
He said he think his style is
I would
East Coast.
say my preference of beat choices are more East Coast.
No, I like your beat. Your
You know what I
preference of
mean?
beats is like mine. I love them type of beats. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't even no East Coast type beats. That's just some Midwest shit.
You think
know
so?
what I'm saying?
I appreciate
Because the way you flow, that's Midwest. We got our own. I'm gonna tell you right now.
We do.
We got our own way we rap, baby. We can slow it down.
We are
We can hit you with the, we can hit you with the slow style.
And
We
a
can hit you with
chopper.
the fast
But
style. We can chop it
it's
up.
still-
We can do it all.
It's a sing song.
Like a motherfucker.
Midwest is melodic.
Like a motherfucker.
The greatest out of the Midwest. We
All
have a
thugs and
song.
Harmony.
We have a song.
Yeah. But
Tech
Bone,
Nine.
that's
Not just-
Midwest.
Take
Just-
9.
Tech Nine.
All of it.
Tech Nine ain't never been
From
he never been harmonized. He just was a
to,
flat out
even
chopper.
Kanye,
Yeah.
you know,
He's a chopper. Yeah.
He's from the Mo.
we have a song with ours.
We don't have a lot of big representation though. In
Yeah,
and Nelly
we're-
and Chingy.
Nelly was a singer.
He was, yeah, he was melodic.
Chingy, them,
Country grammar, facts.
We just ain't
Very
got that
melodic.
street
even
motherfucker that
Pretty-
came out yet.
Even Pretty Ricky or really whatever. the
Pretty,
fuck.
yeah,
He
Suella. That was
sing-
my shit.
That was singing.
You
You know,
Hey, no, I ain't gonna lie. Suella was that
Hell
deal.
yeah, I still listen to that album.
He let Nelly punk him up out the goddamn industry.
You so stupid.
He let Nelly punk him up out the industry. He gonna sit there and act like he wasn't beefing. Nigga, you was beefing. How you gonna sit there and say you wasn't beefing? You knew you was beefing. You let that man knock you up out the
I
industry.
was probably playing Pretty Willie before.
More
than
I liked
Nelly.
it pretty witty. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
he had some shit.
I was at
But he
his
sat there and let
release
that man
party.
punk him up out the goddamn elite. No
Okay,
fake.
so
And look, and I was at his record release party, and you know, at that time, that was
All
that
Berkeley
was
killed
big.
like motherfuckers. That was-
Yeah, but we
all
was
Berkeley
downtown.
killed like
We
what?
was all downtown
Uh-huh.
and shit. And Gangsta Boo performed
for
and
real?
all that kind of
Hell
shit. So
no.
you know,
That's
it was a
dope.
big deal.
Hell yeah.
That
No,
was when
Suella-
St. Louis.
Sis,
We
his
was a
sound
big deal
Sis,
back
Oh,
his
yeah,
sound
facts.
was universal. The same.
There was so
Nelly
many
did.
good artists
They
back
came
then.
to St. Louis like a flock. When Nelly came out, they came to St. Louis with, you know, like a flock. Everybody
We
wanted
had some
to.
classic people, man.
Yeah,
The Whole
yeah.
Nine, what's the Catch-22 Abyss?
Man.
Whole lot of
Like,
people.
you know what I mean?
Whole
Like
lot of
the-
people.
Whole nine.
St. Louis G's,
even
a
though they
whole
was
lot of
calling
people.
us hoes, we was out there on that flow. I'm like, do we hear what this nigga saying? And still we was at the
Nah.
same
Shit was
time.
it though.
So when did you actually start
Rapping. 99, 2000.
99, 2000. Okay.
Where we was the
That
shit.
was
That's
the
facts.
time. That was
Facts.
the time. That was around that time.
Sitting at a lunch table and people was making, you know, everybody would do this shit. We go
Yeah.
around and that's how it really started.
So you're not responsible for Columbine.
No, not
Oh Lord Jesus.
No, I wasn't them type
Not
of
at
shit.
all.
I
That
was
was
in
my
the in
Sunday.
crowd. I wasn't the out crowd. I was
Right.
in
You
the
were
in
in trench coat in
crowd.
high school.
We was smoking and, you know, chilling.
Chill.
Yeah, no business.
How were your grades, sir? How were your grades?
I mean, I passed.
There you go.
So I-
Way
I
to-
Spent a little
way
time
to-
my senior
way-
year upstate, but I still graduated.
What the kids say? I graduated.
Hey, I did it.
I graduated.
bro.
That's
Straight
what's up. Class of 2000.
2000.
All right.
What high school was it, you say?
Bayless.
Bailey's.
down
That's
the
right,
what she
street.
said.
Bailey's,
Yeah.
That's private. Ain't it?
No, hell no.
Oh.
That's a song.
That's in between the city and Limac.
Big dog, 44, 45.
I guess that's technically
Yeah,
the
okay.
43.
that's technically the county though, right?
He said the same thing. He
Yeah,
most definitely
generation.
I'm finna say, I knew what
So
he
my
was.
music is more old head. I'm a
that's why-
lyricist.
that's
You know
why
what
I
I'm saying?
say-
I'm not because I did rap that shit back in the day when I was
Damn,
15
okay.
and 16. So at this age, you know what I'm saying?
You can
Bringing
talk
it
that
out the
shit.
vault.
Yeah, I
I got
do
some
what
shit
I do,
in the vault.
man.
It's gonna be
Hey,
busted
I'm gonna tell
out.
you like this.
We did it. I released a 25 for 25 last year, which was 25 songs of my favorite songs that I put out over the last 25 years.
Oh,
So if you
okay.
ain't checked that out, you go check. That's on all platforms streaming
Oh,
as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my boy, you know, I get a lot of people telling me, man, I can't sometimes even tell if that shit's new or old. I'm like, man,
That's how you want it to be. 'Cause the
some of
old
that
shit-
shit's classic,
The old
bro.
shit is gonna be brand new to motherfuckers to the
Right.
world ain't never
If
heard
it's
it
still
before.
relevant.
But that's crazy
Yeah.
because most of the artists do that, and they be like, oh, this was something I made 20 years ago, and I was
Like a
playing around,
motherfucker.
so I just stuck it on the album, and it ended up being the
Being
top
the song
thing
that blow up.
that
But
blow
like,
up.
you know, I got like Zeus is on that bitch. You know, I got like fucking Ritz Hoffa.
Oh, so you
Remember
got
that?
all
You
that.
got
Like
Zeus or do
classic,
you
man.
got Ruckapo?
I think I got a mixture of both.
Okay.
He's gone country now. But yeah, that's what my song with my song Take It Back, that was like 10 years ago, but it's Take It Back about taking back control of us. I mean, from people in the suits. So I mean, it's like we
You
got
looked at me and said us. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Justin.
What you mean?
You can write
us, the
timeless
common
music.
folk. The
You
common
can write
folk.
timeless music.
But
all
yeah,
day
man. But
long.
if your music is timeless, that's a good motherfucking
Damn
sign.
right.
You hear
You
me?
can write
Yes, you
timeless
want
music all
timeless
day.
music.
But the thing about it is, like I tell people, when you writing about, like you say, your song when you was going through some shit, when you going through shit, it don't never get old. I mean,
No.
because you going through shit, and people always go through shit, and then people always go through the same some of the shit you go through.
As a writer, everybody don't know how to put their thoughts on some
Facts.
paper.
No, what I'm saying to him is that's always gonna be
No, I
timeless
know that.
because
I'm
you
just
going
saying,
through
as a
shit.
writer, if
Yeah.
he's a certified writer like me, because if he grew up in a time when you had to write your
I'm very
Right.
critical about what I put out.
There you go.
And I listen to my music like 1,000 times before anybody else. So I always think to myself, do I think it's okay or is it just trash? You know what I mean?
No, I'm glad you
No,
said
my
it because
God.
you just made my point, and I'm gonna make this point to every fucking rapper. If you out there listening to me, if you can't listen to your own music, can't nobody else listen to your
I
shit.
heard that.
man.
Why wouldn't you listen?
If you don't get
Because
chills from your own
motherfuckers don't
lyrics,
be-
then
They
you
not
don't, you know what I
confident in
mean?
their shit, Bricks.
That's
I'm
how
telling
we
you.
listen to.
When
That's
you come
why
to
I'm
Big
saying,
Bell,
yo,
it's
come
nothing
on.
but bounce click backbeaters getting bounced around.
I be
Nothing
like,
else.
what you doing? Listen to me. I'm
Listen
like,
to me.
Can I listen to something?
No faking. Shit.
I just got to make sure it's right before I put it out. Even my daughter be like, Dad, I heard this song way too much. I'm like, I
You gotta
know.
be able to listen to yourself before somebody else can
But
listen
I
to
like
you.
it. I mean, it's just like everybody else. I don't like everything because
No, I
I don't
heard
be
that.
lying. But
Facts.
I mean, I can listen to it. I have to.
And I feel like I'm very versatile. My album's gonna be very, and I got like one of the tracks I dropped in the studio the other day is a compilation track that I'm sending over to Santone. I don't know if you know Santone Sauce Gang. What's up? Shout out.
All right.
Well, we know
But
who he
yeah,
is now.
yeah,
Shit.
classic, bro. Yeah. But it's called Commotion, and it's more of like very Nina Simone sample, soulful. So I got a couple different beat type shit. So I'm everywhere on the album, from to the rock shit to everything. So
That's what's up there. Oh, well, that's a good thing, because I like making rock and roll beats.
I just don't want to control. I'm not doing country rap. I can't
So
do it.
with you,
No, it's just too many crossovers.
with you doing all of that,
Jelly roll and fuck up everybody.
would
called
you be
crap.
able to do some unplugged type?
Oh, always, yeah. Facts.
And that's one thing everybody can't
The
do.
next local show we ain't got it. We're working
Hey,
on that one. But I
everybody
got a
can't
show
do
May
that shit.
16th coming up.
May 16th.
May 16th
Hey,
in Litchfield,
if you ever
Illinois.
do an
We opening up
unplug,
for Ritz,
you
so
better study
it's gonna be
the
big.
fuck
Hold up, we trying to hear what you say. You
Yeah.
gonna be May the 16th.
May 16th in Litchfield, Illinois.
Oh, okay.
We opening up for Ritz. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ritz is fire.
Where's
so.
gonna
Litchfield, Illinois.
the place and the time? Because people might know, they might come out.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying
I
to
mean,
get
it's a
out of
good
your
drive, so I hope y'all will come out. But I got tickets on sale,
How-
so you
how
can hit
far
me
is
up
the
too.
drive?
It's about a 45-minute drive,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
less. You know,
Shit, I go to
maybe
bingo
50
for 40
minutes. She said I
I
heard
live
that.
Normandy and go fucking out the Arnold and all that to play
said to
bingo.
play
That
bingo.
shit.
So, Big Dog, you've been doing this for so many years. How many albums you got? How many albums you got out?
on platforms, only like two or three on the platforms, and then a lot of singles. But a lot of the shit we did, you know what I'm saying, it's so old. You stealing people's famous beats back then and recording them.
understand.
I put a
Selling
piece of
CDs.
paper
I
over a tape.
understand.
No, my first mixtape I put out on a cassette.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like Man, I did
My
mine
first
on the
real mixtape, not me rapping, but
Oh, they
mixtape.
was
CD,
talking about how
yeah,
we,
facts.
talking about how we recorded it. I'm just saying.
I'm saying on an itty bitty
Good
microphone from the computer,
Man.
bro.
You know, a little bit.
Yeah, it was
we used to make the beats on the Casio and record on that.
All that shit. You ain't I tell producers, if
Tape
you didn't
over
start,
tapes
if
like
you wasn't
a
making beats on the keyboards back then, you're not a real producer.
Hey, we was stealing from Bear Share.
You're not a real producer.
Well, my baby only getting ready to be 33, and he was doing all that stuff. And I was laughing because he had the computer where he still came a little bit more, and he was closing the doors and,
the
and putting
closets,
stuff up and in there doing it. And he had my little sister keyboard, and he had all that stuff. And I was like, what the hell? And he's like 10 years younger than you.
Yeah.
You say 42,
42,
he's
yeah.
32.
See? I mean, we used to get, you buy the single from the store, like a Twister single, and it come with the instrumental. So we would just record over the instrumentals.
Oh, there you go.
That's how we most of our
3 6 Mafia, Twister. That's what we started rapping over.
To Watch for the Hook. And it was
Yup. We rapped over that Cool Breeze.
Cool Breeze.
Cool
That
Breeze.
instrumental was sick.
How about that JT Money beat?
Oh my God.
We rapped over that bitch too all the time.
Boy.
See?
Yeah, see you good. Yeah.
Cause y'all got me high as fuck, and I ain't
that was
nothing.
a good life.
Yeah. Secondhand salad.
I'm getting it all. I'm getting all of it.
I love it.
I'm like, dang.
He said, I want all the smoke.
I don't.
That's back when rap was pure.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's what's up.
We had to get
It's
out on
just
the
a
block
different
and sell our
generation, man.
music
It's
on the
not.
block.
It ain't changed much.
No, it ain't changed much. But if you a rapper, you got the baby to change with it.
Exactly.
Well, let's
Not
talk
change,
about
not
Because you can't be
change.
like, look at how they dressing now when you was
No,
up
I
on
ain't saying
stage with
that.
5 of your
Yeah,
friends with
there you go.
velour shirts
There you
buttoned
go.
all the way open.
You don't ever want to change. You
Synchronized
wanna adapt.
dancing.
No, you just want to
How
adapt.
we
That's
mad
right.
at
If
them
you
and they
change,
dress like
that's
the
not
same
you.
way.
That's what I'm saying.
And the motherfucking
I'm not gonna be dressing
full
weird
tops
and
and
none of
shit.
that
That's
shit.
who the fuck they
With a
dress like.
perm. And to be mad at somebody carrying a Birkin bag.
They done just brought some shit back.
Big grown ass man with a fucking purse.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. Where you going with that purse?
Big grown ass man
What's
walking
your
around with a
grandkids
fucking
gonna
purse.
say?
Well,
Grandpa's got a
Pimps
purse.
used to carry their purse.
I remember my kid used to make fun of me for
Oh, he's got a purse.
Now she trying
That's
to
what
rock
they
him.
generation
Now
do,
she
they
trying to
work
rock it.
purses.
I told him put that damn purse down.
Yeah.
I told Dirt. I said, where you going with that purse, girl? He said,
They hate it when you tell them
it's
that,
my
though.
backpack.
It's a
bag.
satchel, man.
That ain't-
Yeah, backpack. Wear a backpack.
It's a
Like
man
in,
bag.
That's a motherfucking pocketbook.
My oldest son, he got a man bag.
You got your keys in it. You got your wallet in it.
And I
It's a
paid
purse.
more for his man
But you
bag
know-
than my
But you know what?
$50.
It's hella funny because
$50.
my
I
son
know you
lose.
about these.
My old ass son lose every house key, every idea. Don't
And he
like,
got
why
a
the fuck
man
you ain't
purse.
put it in your
And
purse?
he got a man purse, and he still losing.
He got his idea in his pocket and it cracked it, broke it. I'm like, you got a whole motherfucking pocketbook. How you lose your wallet? How you lose your stuff? You just carrying this satchel just so you got a satchel and everything else in your pocket and you done lost it. I say, I put my motherfucking keys in my purse.
I put my library books in my purse.
I put my books in my
That
purse
shit in
too
my
because I like to
kangaroo
read.
pouch.
Nah, they got the whole
But-
I put my gun in mine.
I put my gun in my boobs.
Oh,
I
There
got my
you go.
gun.
I put my gun in my holster.
My gun ain't small enough.
Well, I got
And in my
it.
pants.
I got big. I don't got no big ones.
I got some big
get
ones.
the right
It
holster,
sit
you
right
don't
up
look
under
like you
that.
got a
Y'all
gun.
heard my holster right here.
All right, next question.
You got the host there, you don't even know if you got a gun.
So,
They don't know.
yeah, what do you like? I guess what's your greatest? What do you like most about? I guess I got two-part question.
Okay.
But what do you like? Yeah, what do you like most about what you do as an artist, and what do you like least about it?
just about. I just like releasing music, man. I like releasing my it's like a journal, you know what I'm saying? A verbal journal, I guess, too. And I don't know, man. Music, I just feel a different way about music, so I can never give it up. I just hate how rap gets a bad stigma, but every other genre doesn't.
Talk about that
When
all
you're
the time.
older, and then
Can't rap
like
unless
Reba
you're old.
McEntire came out with a new album, but that's okay. But if
I
Master
bet
P
you
came out, they'd be like, "This old motherfucker don't know nothing about rap."
Exactly.
Why?
Yes.
He was the
Reba-
first
Reba-
entrepreneur to
Reba
do
is
this shit independently. So
125.
why disrespect
We gonna be the
legends? You know what I
generation
mean?
gonna knock that stigma
We talk
down.
about that all the time.
That's my
It's terrible.
That's my biggest argument.
Now, if you're mad because somebody's always still rapping about street shit and not getting better and doing drugs, then you might need to change that shit.
Yeah,
but
you
I
right.
mean,
no, you got to as you grow, your lyrics should grow with you.
exactly.
Because you seeing different shit. So rap ain't nothing about it. All it is to real rappers, it's about the shit that we've seen.
But I was just gonna say though, but if you
still that motherfucker though,
motherfuckers out here still doing the same shit, so let them rap about what they doing.
No, that's why they still
like I tell people, rappers get old. Thieves get old, hoes get old, everybody get old. So why you saying why you doing that? You old. People get old. She too old to be stealing. Since when stealing is? Since when
it still have an age limit?
We still get an age limit.
Right, that's true too.
She's too old to be driving a car. Now that's a fact.
But how is it though? You can have different genres in rap though too. You know, because every genre, every rock has different genres. Alternative rock.
I feel like rap get a bad.
There's street rap. You got pop rap. You got.
You get a bad rap, but it's the most. Rappers are the most influential people in the world.
I agree with that shit.
Yes.
If a rapper come out wearing pro wings tomorrow,
everybody gonna wear them.
Thank you, sis. And what did we do?
They right back to wearing. They right back to wearing.
You can make your feet feel fine.
Do they still make those?
99.
Fuck no.
That was before my time.
No fucking faking.
You ain't that young.
Real fucking talk.
Some
it's
kids.
Real shit.
You got some kids?
Boy, you were
got some kids.
But you know what? They talked about them. Even the vans. Oh, we don't wear those. Forgive me, but I'm telling you, that's what the white kids wear skateboards and all that.
Now niggas wear vans all day
and
long.
when we started wearing them, the motherfuckers $132. They used to be $20. And I'ma tell you, my son, Skechers is the same.
I'll never fuck with a Skechers.
My kids grew up in the 90s when Jordan came out and all that.
That's just too
when they got every pair, they daddy. When they got older and they had teenagers and all they started buying themselves. My oldest son is into all of that stuff. My youngest son don't give a fuck. He would go. My son would say, "Mama, I take 2 or 3 pair of Vans. My brother can do whatever, but I'm gonna have 3 pair of shoes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wear what the hell I want to wear." He say, and then Derek can wear these, and I don't give a fuck. He gonna have 1 pair. You know he hard on shoes, so he gonna need some more. My 30-year-old son was wearing the Vans when he was a teenager. Derek wanted to continue to do the Jordans and all of that.
When we was younger, they was skateboard shoes.
But they was cheaper.
I don't know, like what James Worthy rocked them bitches on the court.
Everything was cheaper back then.
But they was $20.
All-star Converse shoes.
But they was $20 something compared to the $100 or the $70.
I mean, if you was getting the canvas one type shit.
They was canvas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Boy, you watched the pro wings one time, the fake, whatever it was, start peeling on that motherfucker.
I'm just saying, but my son was wearing. And Derek still wanted to continue to get the Jordans, but Chris wanted to get 3 pairs of shoes.
I never was a Jordan person.
He wanted more than...
He wanted 3 pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
So he was like, I don't give a damn who don't wear. Chris.
I was rocking the
Y'all
dope man.
Yeah.
The dope man.
Yeah.
Low pro dope man.
He had those.
Or the Audi eyes.
No, and then those, they feel like those went out too.
Yeah.
They just
in high school, they was popping in high school.
Yeah.
Zombas and all that shit.
For those who don't want no dope man.
Dope man, can you buy me this? Yeah.
I did like the dope man.
Yeah. But that's cool.
Yes, Jeans, you can tell me I wasn't
Or some Sauconys, some Sauconys.
So how often you be going into the studio, big dog?
Man, I try to get in.
Is you a studio junkie like? Yeah, well, I'm a studio rat, so I have to ask you.
I try, but it gets expensive nowadays, bro. So.
Yeah, I got one in the back.
And there we go. Look at that.
You got a lot of work then.
I need to get you on track.
Because I do a lot of pre-recording. Like, so I got BandLab on my phone, which I do pre-recording on my phone when I get an idea. And then my brother's got a studio at his house, and then I'll drop shit over there. And then if I think it's good, then I'm like, fuck, I need to take it. So I drop a song like, so many times before I get to a studio, motherfucker be like, "Damn, you don't need a phone. You just freestyle." I'm like, "No, it's just I've listened to it."
Well, they got the AI mixing and mastering programs.
Yeah, that's what this guy That's what this guy had when I went to the studio.
You gotta do that anymore. Yeah, he's got some presets on there, and
he was like rapping it just with nothing, just your voice for 10 seconds, and then it acclimates.
It'll listen to the track and auto level it out and everything.
You still gotta, gain and level it to the beat.
It's good to put a lecture. I mean, you can always modify it,
but this way you don't have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, it saves you time.
Yeah, I understand that.
You're taking somebody's job away, though.
Nothing can replace the fact of you really knowing what you're doing.
If it sounds good to you.
Nothing can never take the place of you know what you're doing.
Well, I never know what I'm doing because I ain't that interested.
Straight
So
up.
give me some AI. I don't even know how to do the AI.
AI is taking away creativity is the problem.
Yes,
They need to be making it for actual jobs instead of taking away people's creativities.
And then I'm like, he basically what you was just saying. When you're a person that's an artsy person, I want to put my hands in whatever I'm doing.
Yeah,
and I want to feel like it's like being proud. It's like your baby. It's like being proud of raising something.
That ain't yours.
That's what I'm saying. It's like my baby if I do it myself, and I'm totally proud of what I did. And if
it ain't mine, Big Phil gonna want.
I just get excited about what I'm doing.
Whatever you.
That's why I said you're excited about what you're doing. Yeah.
Excited about your creation.
So I wouldn't want to. A lot of people be like, why you take the heart? I'm like, well, I'm just excited about me doing something. And even as an older woman, when I accomplish something that I set out to do, or I do something like when I'm performing or whatever, I feel good about it. I'll be like, oh, I killed that.
The significance of what me and you do, we won't understand it until we get older.
Yeah. I love performing live. My thing is live, man.
You living right now.
Yeah, facts. I'm for the present.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I tell mother, music. That's what you're supposed to focus on, leaving it behind.
The past does not
dead and gone,
define you.
Ain't nobody gonna be worried about no performance.
No.
They can go pay for them up. They can still pay that motherfucking music and buy that shit though. That's what counts.
And then music never really.
Motherfuckers seeing you perform don't make no money off that when you're dead and gone.
Yeah, because you dead and gone, you can't perform no more.
TikTok and the reels that they make show you how timeless music is.
Yeah,
like
music
they
is
can bring a motherfucker came back from years ago and make them hot again.
My kids know songs from the 80s. They'll just start singing a song and it's from a TikTok.
Because the motherfucker that blew this song back up.
You know what I'm saying? So
real talk.
It shows you that good music doesn't
never go nowhere.
It doesn't.
It's gonna get you.
It doesn't.
You gotta think, just imagine how much music that's out there that don't get played.
I'm telling you.
That's fire.
I didn't even know TikTok did.
We know about it.
You know how many songs come out a day?
Exactly. Like you mentioned Spice One. Spice One got song after fucking song after
Bossellini,
song
bro.
after fucking song after
Strap on the side of me just made me want to ride, bro.
You know what I'm saying, sis? But a lot of people don't know
America's
about
Most
Spice
Wanted. Tupac, E40.
Before that.
He had one before that?
187.
Oh, yeah, 187 Proof. That's right, yeah.
And it had 187 Pure,
Yeah.
187 Proof. It had
all that.
East Bay
All
Gang.
East Bay,
that.
yeah.
All that. All that. What you talking about?
Chilling on the
All
corner
that.
with the cellular
No
phone.
faking.
East Bay was his home.
And where he used to
More
come through
male
all the
than the
time.
rest of the pushers.
What
Cause
he
he got a
used to
Tech 9 in the
Like,
bush.
That's how we met him.
The nigga got a case. He caught a case here in St. Louis
We met
before
him
being here so much.
multiple times.
I love Spice One growing up. That
That's my
mother.
guy,
That
man.
was one of
That's
Man,
my
that
guy.
man.
Him, Too Short, and Banks.
He
All
actually
40.
introduced
40
us
water, yeah.
to Tupac. Even though we heard same song, when Tupac got
Was
on
on
the
that
song
album?
with Spice One.
Yeah, they
Jealousy
did.
got me
Jealousy
strapped.
got me strapped.
Woo.
No, I got my mind on my money on my mind. That was the
Jealousy got me
first song.
strapped.
That's not Jealousy Got Me Strapped.
Oh, you
No.
talking
That's I
about
Gotta
you talking
Get
about-
Mine.
No, you talking about Digital Underground.
I said I
Oh,
gotta
Digital
get mine
Underground.
with him and oh, that's a different song.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
You talking about, I know it. Come on, sis. You talking to Big Fed. I'm telling you what you talking about.
Digital
I know
Underground. You
exactly.
talking about with
Yeah.
Humpty and them?
That's not Digital Underground. That's with
Oh, you talking about the one with MC Bree?
MC Breeze.
There you
That's
go.
MC Breeze.
Come on, you talking
MC Breed.
Yeah. You talking to Big Fed. I am a rapper
MC
story.
Bree.
You and shit. When it
Jealous
goes to
Got
that,
Me
I am
Strapped
that.
was the
shit.
first one with Spice One.
See, I have to think that my brain is still working.
Yeah, this don't stop it. The marijuana don't stop it.
You know
Not
what
with
I
your
mean?
music.
My brain still
It's
do
music,
work.
but that's culture. of the
But yeah,
music
music.
too.
That's why I say music.
Facts.
Music is
It's
the one
100%
thing that's gonna be around them. And then music, they use music for everything. Help
Yeah.
for
That's
everything.
We need to get on some commercials.
That's why
We need to
hip
get on
hop
some
did what it
movies.
did.
I'm telling you, I got a lot of stuff in the works,
That's where the
man.
money at, big dog.
I'm trying to get in movies, so I got
Damn,
hopefully a
for
role
real.
coming up pretty soon in a
I'm
movie.
talking about as
So.
far as just getting your music on
Oh,
that
yeah,
motherfucker.
facts.
Yes.
Cause you
Video
know,
games.
It's
Yeah, I
so
know.
many.
It's
It's
so
so
many
many people
ways.
here making
Movies now.
Just to
Boy,
get one on a
we
video
finna-
game would
we
be dope
finna
as
have
shit.
a
I would
slew
love
of
that shit.
I mean, if you go on
Anywhere,
Tubi,
really. I
if
mean,
you
why
go
not?
on Tubi,
Church.
Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want, but you can watch St. Louis movies.
Go watch
all
Go
day.
watch Casanova
All
on
day.
Tubi. If it's on there, Casanova. Your boy in that movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm
See.
telling
I'm
you,
gonna be in the second one.
There we
Though.
go.
now they're not all very good. Two of them got the same storyline.
Sis, motherfuckers who put millions and millions of dollars in their shit still don't be good.
And
so that don't mean so that don't mean shit.
For me, it's more than the movie, the story. You know what I'm saying? It's supporting.
It's supporting.
You know what I'm saying?
Supporting entrepreneurs.
You know, and they from St. Louis.
Like a motherfucker.
So
it don't matter what color you is, as long as
it don't.
Straight up.
Because they're not all black
movies.
What
we don't see, what a lot of people don't know, it's major movies being made around St. Louis. Right?
They are. They are because they opened it up. You couldn't make movies here.
You couldn't make movies here.
I'm pretty sure George Clooney shot a movie here once.
That was in Maplewood.
Now, but it still costs so much compared to other places. That's why they go other places.
That's why they come here now. Because it's too much to be in California and shit like that. That's why Missouri. That's why a lot of people Missouri. At first we ain't have none of this going on.
Do we have scenery to shoot a movie in?
No.
Oh no, we got something going on. Cause why everybody?
You want to take a picture of the arch and that's it.
What everybody. I'm talking about from the Grizzlies coming across the bridge.
Everybody come. It's the soap operas.
Kirkwood, right?
Yeah.
The last time it was a movie about something and they were in places in Kirkwood. They're not just using St. Louis City.
They using
Delmar
Loop.
Now you gonna see movies.
They use Delmar Loop downtown.
Inside the city now.
It's some already.
Like a motherfucker. I'm talking about major movies.
I have no idea.
I'm talking about major.
Yeah, because they open it up.
Chicago was a lot of movies in the 80s. Yeah. They shot a ton of movies up there.
It's all about the film critic, B. Missouri opened this shit up, man. They opened up.
Chicago's so close. We get skipped up by a lot of stuff, though. A lot of big venue people, big name shows.
I always wanted to come here, though, but
what it's about is the taxes that they're paying to shoot their movies.
Yeah,
they shoot
they
in
charge
places
people to shoot it here.
That give them
I feel like Kirkwood would have a lot of
and different
taxes.
things like that. If St. Louis is gonna charge high rates, we still won't get them. That's why Atlanta. If you see most of this shit that you see filmed, it's filmed in Atlanta. You'll see afterwards Atlanta, Georgia.
They opened it up.
Because
that same way
St. Louis
just opened it up. St. Louis just opened it up for all these actors to come here.
St. Louis may be a little expensive. I don't know. We have to look into that.
No, we cheaper, B. That's why sis, I'm telling you, all the fucking movies is being shot around here right now as we speaking.
They just
no
don't
fucking faking. Look
there.
at the news. I pay attention to news. I'm telling you what's going on around this motherfucker, y'all. And they got major movies going on.
I'm mad because
we opened it up for you to come back here and shoot movies here now.
Yeah, because the last
faking,
several months, I had people sending me stuff saying they need extras going on there right now. And I worked every fucking Sunday they did.
Majors.
Every Sunday, and then they be doing it on Saturdays while we here.
I even went and told Mr. Goodman. I even told my homeboy, what's it called?
I know what you're talking about, the black dude.
Yes. Nigga, y'all can come home and shoot these movies now. It's open for y'all. Y'all all St. Louis big people from here. Y'all can come here and shoot movies here now.
I ain't paying to shoot no movie. If I'm shooting a movie, I ain't paying these motherfuckers.
No, you ain't. That's the thing. It ain't. The credit here. They open it up so.
Well, if you want to block the streets off or stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
You gotta get permits.
That's what they
pay for
did.
And it's cheap now.
So
if it's your own property, you don't have to pay.
Now.
What Phil is meaning by opened it up, they lowered promotion, media,
all of
it. That's what I was saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why they luring motherfuckers from California. Niggas St. Louis. Everybody want to shoot a movie here in St. Louis. Even though we just a fucking arch. This motherfucker, everybody want to be here.
But it's a lot of stuff in
But
St.
they're
Louis.
not filming. They're not filming for just the arch.
No, I know that it's within the city now.
The movie that
they're in the city now.
Yeah, the movie that they filmed not too long ago, they never showed the arch at all. They were in
the city, like a motherfucker.
When they filming the movie, they looking for what fits right for the.
No, the reason I said that is because any movie that was made before
that's
now,
all they did was show
all
the
they
arch.
showed you was coming across the.
Yeah.
When you watch the Griswold.
Yeah.
You
that ain't even St. Louis where they get robbed.
They just coming across. I'm just saying they just coming across the bridge showing you the arch. That's it. You ain't never tripped.
And I ain't even from here, man. I'm just visiting. I ain't even from here, man.
I mean, Seinfeld. Every time they come to St. Louis, they show the airport. They show the airport and the arch.
When Red Fox so-called go to St. Louis in Sanford and Son. That's all they show.
Because St. Louis wouldn't let you come down there.
And all of the soap operas, all they showed was the arch.
They didn't allow you.
Yeah.
Their media tax credit was
just too high.
And nobody paying for that.
Now they want to come. If you build
Because
it,
they
they will
film
come.
stuff right down here. They filmed. My mother was an extra on Escape from New York. That movie they made in the 80s. They filmed it down at the Arch. My mom was extra on it.
Shit probably could have made that motherfucker no fake shit.
It was with Dennis Quaid.
What was it?
Escape from New York. Escape.
Oh, I have no idea.
What is it?
I'm pretty sure my mom told me they shot birds here. The movie Birds. Remember that bird?
Yeah, I remember that crazy ass movie.
Yeah.
I think somebody said that. I don't know. I remember her saying that, but I don't know. I know.
They could have.
I never looked into it.
Escape from New York.
We got a couple more minutes. So what do you? So you don't have? You said you just don't have any negatives of the industry, or like how can we improve, or how can you yourself elevate versus?
This year I'm focusing mainly on videos, man, because just to get out more and be out socially, as far as on the social media platforms, and to get people, because a lot of people don't just want to listen to it. They gotta have to be able to see it to listen to the whole song. If they just want to listen to it, sometimes it'll be like, not very long, or they'll only have a small attention span. But if you give them something to watch, that's not just the same fucking, guns and lights.
Yeah.
Give something that's more interesting and like a story in a video.
They just want to see you,
you know what I'm saying? Well, I hope so.
They just want to see you, B.
I hope so.
That's what the world is built on right
here.
now. They want to see you, B. That's all. Everybody just want to see you.
Well, listen to me first, and then you'll see me. You're gonna see me a lot this year. So.
Yeah, I remember that.
That come on TV all the damn time.
It was filmed mainly in St. Louis with a budget
And a trespass too with Ice T. That was in East.
That was in East St. Louis.
$6 million.
That was East
My
St.
mom
Louis.
and them was a extra on it. They went down there days in a row, dressed like it was the end of the world. So they went down on the arch every day, and I think they made like $200 a day.
I'll make that.
All right, yeah. Let me say one thing. So May 16th, I got my show in Litchfield. I'll be opening up for Ritz. I'm gonna drop the names of the other guys just so if you guys want to check them out. They got Midwest Pimpin' will be there. JB Real will be there. Joe Montana, Stu, Sheezy B, and then Big Buck. I think DJ Big Bucks is gonna be DJing. So I mean, it's gonna have a lot of talent in that bitch. But Ready Made, no. But I'm gonna put their names out there. So go check them out, man. They're all out there. I don't want to leave nobody out. You know what I'm saying? Plug everybody. Why, man? You gotta support all local artists, bro. I'm not here just for me. I'm here to tell everybody that all these people are fire. You know what I mean? Just go check them out. If you don't like them, then you don't like them. You know what I mean? That's on you to make the decision.
Are they local artists out there? Or are they traveling?
They're all in between. So from 618 to here. So all the artists. But I'm pretty much the main one that's going to be from St. Louis that's representing.
All right.
So yeah, check me out.
Say that again.
I'll be one of the main ones from St. Louis representing this bitch. So I hope I'm a good representative. I'm finna jump off everything I can. We finna go ham in that bitch. So they gonna know who the fuck's there. Ready Made, READY-MADE, all platforms.
So we were talking. So what's your affiliation with the Blue Jays? Tell us that story.
Man, so I just remember as a child going on vacation. Yeah, today. Going on vacation as a kid in '93 up there with my pops, and I went and saw a game with him. Joe Carter hit a home run. You know what I mean? I fell in love with it then, and then I tried to go back up, once every few years. So took my daughter up there last year or the year before. Yeah, Toronto.
I know it's about. They say it look beautiful.
Just drive up there. It's an hour drive. Go to Niagara, or 10-hour drive. 11 and a half to Toronto. So I know. No, 10. No.
The borders are more secure over
The
there.
borders,
Word.
But it's beautiful up there, man. The food is good.
Yeah, I heard. That's what I just said.
I think so now.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't never going.
You need to know that real ID.
Or the real ID. Yeah.
The real ID.
I got the real.
I got the real ID.
Did you? You can go with the real ID.
I got driver's license.
But all of them ain't.
Yeah,
You got to
pretty
get
soon
the
you gotta
extra
have it.
certificate.
I don't have a real ID
Yeah,
either.
so they can track you.
That's what I
Say
said.
real
My
ID.
shit's real driver's license.
No,
realer.
baby. You have
Realer.
You can go get your driver's license.
It's
but now you
called
have to
a
get your
real.
real ID. You have to give like extra shit so it can say that. That's why
Real
I got
might be
two
an
of them.
acronym for something.
That's why I have two.
Ain't nothing. I got a whole fucking driver's license. If you can't take
Whole
that
driver's
driver's
license, bro.
You know they redid it
the
after
state
the
of
stuff.
Missouri said I got a driver's license. Fuck
And
you.
it's gonna say now
So
Every
real.
day.
once it
I'm going
expires,
there.
once
It
it
ain't meant for me to go
expires,
there.
He still got his social security number as his driver's license number, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that old?
the flippy floppy one.
I actually got my driver's
The
license.
laminated one.
Let's.
The
You
laminated.
got. Let me show you.
I got the real driver's license.
I remember getting a new one that one time. She's like, you still want your Social Security as your driver's license number? I'm like, no.
Do people still do that? Let me get your mother's maiden name real quick. Everybody,
look at your boy. Look, he got the mullet and the mustache.
Oh yeah, that's my next question. Tell me about the stash, man.
Man, I was going through a phase, man. I had the mullet going. I grew out the mustache, and I was like,
not real.
I like the mustache.
This
So then I just designed the logo out of it. Now I'm like, fuck it, I'm sticking with it.
Oh! Spell the bootleg.
Game over.
On that note, we're gonna wrap it up.
Hey, this real.
You got us one to roll out. Get us one more loaded up.
Do what?
Get one more song.
This your real one.
All right, you want me to load it up?
Yeah,
it's gotta be like this.
What we got, Rick?
All right, so
this is what this is. This is my old. This old though. You gotta move.
Of course, this is Bricks Montana. You can find me on all platforms of social media at Bricks Montana and The Bricks Montana on TikTok. And you check out that TikTok store. Yeah, we got it up. Team Sneed Productions. Buy, cause we sell.
All right, this y'all girl Gina Wade. That's Gina 2 times. I'm here each and every Saturday, whenever time we start 12-ish to 2-ish. And you'll see me here, switches and deuces. Be looking for me, y'all. I'm writing the play and all that stuff, but it ain't nobody business. I'm gonna get it out there. And we're gonna get my guest, I guess.
Special guest, one more time.
Hey, Ready Made, man. Check me out. All platforms streaming. READY-MADE. Don't forget the dash, because if you don't put the dash in, you might get some kind of Japanese.
You might kick your ass. No dash. Kick your ass.
Y'all already know. Certified hustlers in stores everywhere. King Shit 2 dropping June 20th. Album number 20.
We got a dub going on.
Yeah, Justin Kick It, My City, My Music, Kick It and Company. Each and every day of the week. Get your own show on the wall. Be great. Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse
me. Okay. Get your own show on the wall. Be great. Get your own radio show. We beat anybody's prices. The biggest and best network. St. Louis. Universal. World. Bigger than worldwide is Universal. And yes, you got the idea. And that'll be all. If you want to be on the show, send us an email. MyCityMyMusicRadio@gmail.com. MyCityMyMusicRadio@gmail.com. See y'all next week.
Yeah.
Tune in for Kiki with AK coming up next.
This is a new one, bro. I just did this last night.
Another is super exclusive.
Why you only rap my bitches in house? I guess you ain't been through nothing real, I suppose. If I rap about what you think of me, I did this on my own. I'm a born winner. Why you only rap my bitches and hoes? Shit, I guess you ain't been through nothing real, I suppose. They think I'm pictures always faking for the pose. I give a fuck about what you think of me, I did this on my own. I'm a born winner, I'm considered the beginner. Shit, I've been doing this before you had a babysitter. Mr. King, I get a ticket, take a picture, sign it for my missus, maybe get one for my little baby sister. I'm doing something different, bossing on fucking wicked. Prime rib, I'm the brisket, not just another statistic. I give a fuck about your little digits. You might make a meal, but I'm the motherfucking meal ticket. Why you only rap my bitches and hoes? Shit, I guess you ain't been through nothing real, I suppose. They think my pictures always faking for the pose. I give a fuck about what you think of me, I did this on my own. I'm a born winner. Born winner. Yeah. I give a fuck about your radar. I give a fuck about your time.